really frustrate Timox. You can see him working. He's got to try and win the ball back, and that in itself is a massive advantage for Deto there as these guys work the controllers.
Yeah, you can see there the styles that these guys play. The problem that I see for Timox is that he doesn't have to be frustrated. He can't allow himself to be frustrated. He knows exactly how Deto plays. He said that many a time already over the last couple of days. So he's just got to keep his head in this one. Hope that when he finally does get the ball, I mean, we're 15 minutes in, he's hardly really had any possession so far. When he does get it, when he does have a chance, he has to make it count, as this one's going to be put in.
All right, it's going to get a chance to shoot. It goes to Lacazette. Look to line it up. He might go for range here. Kante trying to work it into the box. Tap in the goal, as it were. Suarez looking for the cutback. Beats one, beats two, gets it back. Pogba can square it. It's deflected, and Ramos, somewhat cool and calmly, just clears the danger across the box to Marcelo. Not too sure it's the safest defensive method, but it sets up an attack for Messi.
Yeah, this is where Timox has to be effective now. A big run down that wing. He'll have a couple of men to beat. Actually, will cross it, and I think it was Kante there that got there first, headed back to the keeper. And that was the first half chance, I think we can safely say, that Timox has really had a sniffer after 20 minutes gone. Things, I would safely say, are going the way that we expected, with Deto having all that possession.
But we did just see Timox making one of those trademark cutting long balls. That's speaking of an overhead through ball. That's working well for Lacazette. Can he shrug the defender off? There's two of them there. Marcelo will win it back. And this is kind of, it could play into Timox's style. Messi looking for one of those through balls. Beats the defender, plays it back into Ronaldo. Suarez looks like he's trying to hold the line in the middle at the moment as Ronaldo looks for the cutback. He's going to try and play it back across the box, it seems. He's going to have to recycle it back to Marcelo. And then Kante, you can see in the middle, has the support of Pogba should he need it. Messi cuts back inside. There's a shooting chance if David Luiz had not cut that out from Ronaldo.
Yeah, given away though almost instantly by Deto, and on the edge of the box we've seen so many amazing goals throughout this tournament so far from the edge of the box. They've shown almost everyone that they're not scared to have a shot if they think that, you know, the percentages of that going in will work in their favour, rather than, you know, trying to take it that one step further, trying to walk it in almost. Now it's Timox with possession. He's got an advantage there. It's Neymar and Walker, along with Marcelo, just going to combine here on this bottom side. That's a big through ball. It's Pogba. He pulls it back. He's still going into Suarez. Oh, he's hit the post, but a man's gone down there, and I think there's a penalty here.
It looks like it.
And it's a red as well.
Card for Ramos.
Wow.
A penalty and Deto down to 10 men. And I just want to point out, this is such a rare occurrence in FIFA 17 to see these given these red cards, especially in the box. Penalty for Timox. He's going to go left. He's going to go right. He's got it in. It's all square. One apiece. Timox is back in the game, and Deto has some serious work to consider here. Expect to see some changes, because he needs to find somebody to go centre-back.
Yeah, that's more than unfortunate for him at this stage.
Well, just think about it, Joe. How often do these guys actually have defenders on the bench? It's all about that attacking changes. I don't even know if he has someone there. I want to keep my eyes on this one, because there may not be a defender he can throw back there. He's got Boateng on the bench. Okay, he's safe. The big German. He's just got to figure out where exactly he's going to go and who's going to come off. I'm going to have a look. You can see Ruud Gullit in attendance there. I wonder how he would have made that tackle in the box. Maybe try and head it, I don't know. It's the Gullit bullet. Can't really do it from a penalty spot. It's not really going to work out. But as it stands, it is Boateng coming on, and he's taken Thauvin off, I believe.
Yeah, obviously needs to make changes at the back. That's something that almost goes without saying. The question now is, with just 10 men, how does Deto's possession game actually work out for him?
Something interesting actually there, I did just pick up on. Timox can see the tactical change. So Thauvin, of course, it's the left wing. So it means he's going to be a little bit weaker on the left, but that's no problem, of course. Think of the slow build-up for Deto. Probably won't affect him too much, because he tends to work it through the middle anyway.
Absolutely, but one man less means your possession game is going to be less effective for you. You're going to have a hole somewhere that you've basically got to avoid, which makes you more readable, especially from Timox's side. 1-1 on aggregate. Those of you familiar with an away goal rule, they're not counting here because obviously both players from the PlayStation bracket. So no away goals in this, just pure aggregate. If it's all level, then we'll go to a third game, which would be a golden goal third match.
Yeah, which Timox has been in already. Managed to get that 6-5 result against Principe, the Italian. A great match, that one. Deto looking to try and get a counter here with 10 men, remember. That's a great through ball, but the keeper off his line early. Courtois will hold it. Plenty of time to give the clearance. So, Timox, has he got the momentum now with the man advantage, the goal in his favour? It's a cheap possession given away, but it's just as cheaply given back to Timox as Suarez looks for the through ball early. Ronaldo's won it. He can go for a long ranger here. Tries to cut inside, and Boateng, the man that just came off the bench, gets it clear.
Bit of a scary moment there. Once again, we're at 40 minutes into this one, and I think Deto will be quite happy to go into half-time with this still at 1-1 on aggregate. Needs to maybe have a think about this while he's got that break. Figure out a possible plan B, or at least how he's now going to execute plan A when it's not been at 100% strength.
Well, he did jokingly say to us behind the game, I'm going to be playing with 5 at the back. Obviously, he didn't go with that. He was just joking around. But as you can see, half-time beckons. With just a couple of minutes to go. Extra time, of course, will be given as well. It's about 2 or 3 minutes there as Timox doesn't really have too many men forward, so has to just hold up the play. Back to Kyle Walker down the wing. Neymar into Walker again. You can see Ronaldo trying to make the run. It's back to Suarez, who's came back using playing in that cam role. There's Marcelo looking down the wing. You won't see too many crosses in FIFA 17. You can see Messi in there. He's wanted to really cut it back. I think he's just won a... no, it's just going to be half-time. I thought he won a free kick in the corner there. But Timox leads at the first half, of course, from that penalty. A big, important penalty. Let's check out, obviously, exactly how it went. Deto had the early chances. There's just a couple in there. That's the offside chance in the opening 4 minutes. And you can see clearly offside, but this is the penalty. Let's have a look at it. Okay, David Luiz slides in, blocked off, yeah, and he took down.
It was completely
It was off
after
the ball,
fact.
way off the ball, yeah.
Completely after the fact, he slid in there and expertly done there. Bottom left-hand corner, obviously a guessing game at that point, but making no mistake, power down into the bottom left. And at half-time, 45 minutes away from potentially deciding who will go through to that grand final and have the chance to win $200,000. We're all tied up.
Well, we are all tied up, and if it were to stay this way after another 45 minutes, we will be going to that golden goal chance, which nobody really wants to go to. Pogba through to Ronaldo as they try to work it from the kickoff. This is probably the best chance he has when he's got his men in position. That's a great little through ball, but Kyle Walker tips it back to Courtois and clears the danger early on.
So what does Deto do? Not much of a pause, honestly, at half-time. We watched through the highlights, but we're right back into this. That's the kind of trademark switching of flanks that we know from Deto. Ball spending a lot of time in the air, making it difficult for Timox to really get back on it. However, that's a bit of a mistake. Will be dispossessed, and there's a bit of space now in the middle for Conte. It's passed though sloppily. Will be cleared. He's a chance for a run straight on through. It will be Ronaldo. What's he going to do from here though? It's Ramos that he's going to be up against. There are a couple of men in the box, but Marcelo there as well. He wasn't able to cut it back, and he'll be taken out of danger by Timox.
Decent bit of dribbling to clear the danger as well as he plays it across. Sergio Ramos to David Luiz down the right flank, trying to exploit some space, of course. Remember, there is nobody on that left wing, so trying to make as much as he can out of it, but it's picked up easily by Deto's defence as he plays it back. Marcelo has to play it back. He's going to really have to just try and work it down the right wing. There's not a great deal he can do on that left. You can see there is just a big hole there, but that's gone over the top. I think Pogba's way offside.
Yeah.
And that's really what he's looking for now. Some of those little overhead through balls. Trying to cut the defence in half and beat the offside trap.
I feel like this game now going to swing over in favour to Timox. Had that goal today, obviously. The first leg of this one was played yesterday evening, so both players had a good night's sleep, although I'm not sure how good of a night's sleep it'll have been for either of them, in all honesty. To think over what they're going to do. It is a big ball over the top. to Marcelo. We'll have 2 men to beat though, and he spins perfectly between 2 of them. Gets it into Pogba there. Suarez, Ramos comes in, and he's got it away. Dangerous always with a man like Suarez in the middle of the box.
Counter-attack is on though. Neymar, can he find the pass? He has. He's going to Ronaldo. Just needs to beat the one defender. But it's David Luiz. And he's not an easy man to beat as he lays it back to Courtois. And Deto clears the danger. 64 minutes gone here as we remain at 1-1 on aggregate. 1-0 today. Lacazette having to play fairly defensively back in his own half. Valencia can't work it through at the moment. A lot of pressure from Timox's players high up the field. He's got to be careful he doesn't get undone by one of those big through balls, but he's working it well. Marcelo, dangerous cross-play ball to Boateng. You can look at the pressure. Messi right on his back there. Ronaldo pushing up. Suarez in the bench. 4 men forward. Marcelo has to play it out. And this is Deto. He's so cool and calm about this, despite the fact most people are just totally panicking in that situation.
Yeah, and that's a big strength. I mean, I think that comes a lot from experience as well. That's a nice run again from Lacazette. Where's he going to go? Well, he runs right into Ramos, but claims himself a corner from this one. Now, will he take it long? Or does he decide to play this one short? It's been about 50-50, I think we can safely say, through the tournament so far. That's a nice little read from Timox. Does get a throw in there, though, does Deto.
20 minutes to go in regulation time. And straight to golden goal after that. It'll be a fresh matchup, 90 minutes. But it's Deto on the attack from the corner, lays it across, and Kyle Walker, well, the shot just blocks. Last-ditch effort by the defender. Now, though, with men forward, there's a counter-attack chance. Neymar beaten soundly off the ball, and it's right back in Deto's hands.
It's Marcelo. One thing we should also point out that, you know, even if you've only got 10 men, but you hold possession, which obviously didn't work out there. If you hold possession, that deficit's not quite as big for you. But now with Timox, ball back with Ronaldo. Where's it going to go from here? Kante back towards Marcelo. There's a bit more space on this top side. Walker will feed it through. It's Neymar trying to get in there, but Courtois was out. It's a bit of a sloppy kick out, but defender, well, it was Pogba actually that got there first. So Deto holds. Nice shielding from Pogba. You have to wonder for Deto, okay, slow build-up is the name of his game anyway, but will he try and hold out for a golden goal scenario where he can push a couple of men maybe riskily forward and look to end it there? Will he even try and hold on to extra time and then penalties after that?
Well, that's just it. There's 10 minutes to go here. What do you change? Do you go for it? Do you roll the dice? Do you throw things forward? Griezmann coming on for Timox, I just saw. Didn't see Lacazette maybe going to come off, as obviously Mane, Martial. Mane bags up pace on that wing, Martial. All these players have been used fairly heavily by the two. At the moment, just having a brief look through the stats to see exactly where it's going to go. For Deto, despite the fact he's been down to 10 men, it hasn't really shown that badly for him, has it? He's still played pretty damn well. He hasn't been pressured heavily by Timox, and that's maybe down to Timox just being a little more risk-averse, I say, just because it's the final.
Yeah, and I think that's a fair call with, you know, you're just one step away from that grand final with the 200,000 on the line. I think most of these players that we'll see here today will be looking for the safe game. Obviously, Cody, 6-0 behind, might have to take a few more risks than anyone else. That goes without saying, but for this one, I think Timox won a piece, got a man extra. I think there's no risks in this game. He's just going to play to his plan and hope that he can actually break this deadlock, which may happen here. He's got possession. That's a big through ball towards Martial. Will cross this one in. Was headed away, though, at the front post by Deto.
Yeah, he needed to be. There was plenty of men lining up for it. Now, can Martial for Deto do something with this? He gets it back to Valencia, looking to make the run. Has to go and recycle it back through Pogba and maybe try and drag some players out of position. That's what he's doing. You may be thinking, why is he going backwards right now? What's he doing? He's trying to pull players out of position, trying to work that AI and controller. Ball through the middle with just 5 minutes to go here. It's Deto building the attack, and you can see that how good he is at keeping possession despite the fact there is only 10 men. He has to work it down the right. He's looking to get the ball through, but it's Griezmann all the way back in defence that picks up the ball. The overhead through ball had to be won by Boateng.
Yeah, and I think that sloppy pass that we saw there is exactly what Deto needs to avoid. We know that he can hold the ball. That's what he needs to keep doing. That's a big one over the top, though, to Marcelo. Will be first man there as well. Into the edge of the box. Ronaldo, Pogba, and now Martial. He's going to try and find that drag back. Can he find a player to shoot? No, it goes all the way back. I think he's held on to the pass button just a little bit too much there. And now ball over the top to Griezmann. He's out for a throw-in. And actually full time.
That is it. We end at 1 apiece, which means, of course, it will be a golden goal situation. Let's get over to Spencer and Chu to talk us through it.
Thanks very much, guys. Talk about a dream start for Timox. You're 1-0 down against a master of possession. Just minutes in, you get yourself a penalty.